Good morning, 5-minute traders. Wanted to talk about one of the four horsemen of the apocalypse from the old internet days, and that's Microsoft. Microsoft has had a heck of a run since the bottom in 2009, along with the rest of the market, going on 9 years now. And we have not had pullbacks of significance at all in this run, and that's what happens when you get intervention, regardless. Let's take a look at this chart from the real big picture and why I think if you've got some time, might be worth, again, taking a stab on the short side. Microsoft is not it's not gonna move against you in a hard way. That's the good news. It's going to move up, but as you can see, just this year after each earnings, it has gone from 64 to 74. I think that you see how thin the ownership is right now up here at the top. And you see that via the volume profile that the bulk of the owners of this stock now for the last decade are back here at the 27, 28 level. So that's going to be your value zone for the last decade. Now, if we break this back down to the daily charts, and we're going to go kind of top down from here to see where we are, it starts to get a little, even a little bit more clear what, where these holes and these pockets are and where the opportunities are. We're trading at 73.42, and again, I believe that you could probably, take some puts or sell some stock outright with buying calls against it, backspread it. Which means you sell the stock and you buy calls. Like you can buy $80 calls probably for pretty cheap 6 months out right now, and sell the stock against it. So your ultimate risk is going to be eliminated or reduced, not eliminated, but reduced greatly by doing something like that. It's a real conservative way to put on a trade. I think there are enough pockets in Microsoft now that air pockets in the charts that I think that we're at a time now. It makes a lot of sense. And if you look at the 60-minute chart, as I'm trying to do, my scales are all off this morning, I apologize. But you can see it had this spike up here real clearly just last week, and now is putzing back in here. So when you come back into we're looking at a couple months here, you can just see it's kind of, it's got a hole here, a hole here, a hole here, and value is still back to 70. So sell the stock, buy some calls, or just sell it naked. And I think you've got an opportunity here to pick up, say, $3 to $6, $7, 10%. Would be your ultimate goal down to, maybe around 65, 66. And I think we could see that over the next number of, I think August is going to be a more volatile period than people think. And I think that Microsoft is a good broad way to play this market right now. And I would say that take a look at this and see what you can find. But it's a good way to play, say, the indices too, because you're basically picking a name that has had a huge move, and this last run here from 58 up here to 74 just kind of solidifies it for me that this run might be over. So let's take a look at Microsoft on the short side, and as always, if you have any questions, drop me an email, Matt at 5-MinuteTrader, Matt at OneMinuteTrader.TV, and be happy to answer any questions that you may have. But let's take a look at Microsoft here at 73.40 today, and let's short it, and let's look for pulling half off near 70, fill some gaps there, and then ultimately look for a move to 66 over the near term. All right, so that's it. Have a great day. Again, I wanted to just say thanks for following. This was the daily chart, by the way. So we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Talk about crazy. That's a huge move that we just saw in Microsoft in 12 days, from 68 to the spike there at 74.30 or so. So this is time. You can see when it usually does is it rolls over nicely. And so you can put on some size here because this isn't going to move in a monstrous way at this point, in my opinion. We've got earnings coming out again here this week. So I think it's run in anticipation of that. This is probably a good time to lay into it. Okay, that's it.